Well, I'm Andrew Johnson. I'm a therapist and meditation coach. I've been in business 25 years. And for the last, I think, 3 weeks, I've had this beauty in the house with me, using it on a daily basis and really enjoying it. I have to say that the first time you use it, it feels really unusual. I love how the end of it raises to have your legs up and over, which straightens out the back. The feeling of it is strange, but only for about the first 5 minutes. And I have to tell you, I have fallen asleep on it, even at an intense routine. The downside for me personally at the moment is that I'm doing a lot of sitting. I'm sitting very still. I'm aware of my surroundings, etc., etc. So I'm aware that when I stand up after a 40-minute meditation, I've got stiffness in my back, even though I've been meditating. So this has come at the perfect time for me. The first time you use it is great, and the second time you use it is great, and then you start to notice the benefits. So I guess it takes about a week for you to really notice that you're feeling a bit looser, you're feeling a bit better. What I've found is that the BackHug, it gets quicker and quicker to help. And it's sort of adding to itself in a daily way. It takes about 3 weeks to create a habit, whether it's a bad habit or a good habit. The BackHug helps hugely over a period of time. However, if you also don't take action as to how you're sitting and how you're holding yourself when you're working or on smartphones or tablets or laptops or whatever, then the problem will continue to remain. You need to keep going for long enough that you miss it if you don't do it. And I think this is one of the beauties of having the BackHug for, 2 or 3 weeks. There comes a point after, I think personally, after maybe 10 days that I didn't use it, and I got up the next morning and I thought, actually, I should have used that yesterday. I feel different in a slightly more negative way. Just my back and the flexibility of my back. And so, but it's the funny things, after 10 days you think, oh, I'm putting on my shoes a bit easier, or I'm bending to pick up things a bit easier. And you start to notice that, and it's these little things that the regularity over a period of time, these are the things that people pick up on, the natural things that are happening easier, maybe even helping with sleep. You see, the thing is that there are so many links between how we think and how we feel physically. Everything from shoulder tightness, back tightness, stomach irritability, skin conditions, headaches, and so on and so forth. So the mind affects the body affects the mind. But when you learn to relax physically and emotionally and energetically and mentally, you're ticking all the boxes. If you can be on BackHug and also go through a relaxation procedure for the mind, then tick tick. In addition to the physical benefits of having the massage fingers work these different points, it is, after the first initial shock of it happening, and not shock but surprise at it happening, it is intensely relaxing. It's so nice to have something that is in the house, especially in these days of social distancing, where the cost, the time of going to see a professional is sometimes out of people's hands at the moment. So to have this in the house is fantastic. And this is really interesting, because I've got this in the house, I'm much more aware of how my back feels, because as I'm walking in and out the room, I notice it and I think, oh, how do I feel? So when I'm sitting working, after an hour or two, I'll stand up and have a good stretch, and then I look at the BackHug and I think, right, now I'll go and do 20 minutes on this. So it's really nice to have it front and centre, so that it's reminding you of its use.